Hello and welcome, or welcome back to Exotical Tea. This episode will be about the social power of uniqueness and why being different changes everything. So, this is going to be something that people talk about that they say they value, but they don't entirely understand, and that is uniqueness. Everybody wants to be unique and stand out and be different, but the reality is that being different comes with a whole set of social dynamics that people are not prepared for. Uniqueness, it goes beyond people noticing you. They will analyze and project onto you and compete with you. And in most cases, they will misunderstand you. So if you've ever been labeled as different in any way, which, exoticals know, it's not just a compliment. Sometimes it's a little more nuanced. So, in this video, we're going to talk about what uniqueness actually does in social environments and why it creates power and also potentially tension, and how to move in a way that protects your energy while still owning your presence. So, to start off, uniqueness is not just about looks. So it's not just your face or your style or your aesthetic, it's how people perceive you in comparison to what they're used to. So you could walk into a room without saying anything and people will be like, "Ooh, she's different." She's not like everyone else. And that alone will change how people interact with you. So uniqueness only exists if in contrast. So you stand up because you don't match the environment. Why it draws attention. So humans are naturally wired to notice what's different. It's an instinct. So when you're unique, especially visually or energetically, you automatically get attention. You don't have to try hard to be loud to perform, people just notice you. And, like I said, exoticals get this. It's being perceived as exotical, it's often tied to ambiguity or rarity or just features people don't see all the time, maybe combinations of certain features. So you're not just another face in the room, you're also something people are trying to figure out. And to be real, like just because people are staring at you doesn't mean they admire you. It can come from attention can come from curiosity or comparison in a lot of cases, even insecurity or confusion. So when you are unique, you just have to understand that not all attention is aligned. And some people are drawn to you, some are just trying to understand where they fit in relation to you. So being unique gives you a certain kind of social power. You are memorable, you stand out, and you can shift the energy of a room without trying, but at the same time, it does create tension because now you're disrupting the space that people are used to. And, different people respond to disruption in different ways. Some people admire and respect it, others will feel uncomfortable and become competitive or just compare themselves. So, this ties in directly to the exotical experience, right? You're seen, but you're not always understood, right? You're noticed immediately, and people will start to ask you questions, they'll make assumptions, they may project certain identities onto you because they can't easily categorize you. And, now you're visible and misunderstood, like I said. um, sometimes people will measure their appearance or their presence against yours, or they'll try to understand what makes you stand out. And it comes down to that comparison again, or their insecurities. So that's where the competition comes in. And it's not even because you started anything, it's just that your presence triggered something. And, a lot of people are going to try to replicate you. So you may notice people will be trying to adopt your style or try to recreate your aesthetic. I would say in a non obvious way, but some people don't care. They're obvious about it. They will try to mirror you. your style, and your energy. And it may seem flattering to some people, or others, it could just be uncomfortable, right? You're like, why is this happening? Because they're imitating you because you're unique. But yeah, it is a pattern. So they'll be drawn to you, people will be curious, they'll want to understand you. Some people may appreciate the difference. They'll be like, oh, a little flavor. We got different flavors up in here. But others will, they will try to keep a distance or create difference between you and other people. And they may be tense, they may not engage. Some people will just be quiet and watch you. They'll just watch you. Um, but yeah, it's just because uniqueness can feel intimidating to people who are still defining themselves, to be completely honest with you. So when people label you as different or unique, you know, it's easy for there to be a pressure there for you to also stay that way, right? You feel like you always need to stand out or look a certain way, or you have to maintain the image, or people will notice because they're watching you, they're looking for a slip up. And they may just attach that one identity to you. But, you know, you're unique. You don't have to force anything. You know, you don't have to try to be different on purpose. Or you can if you want to, but usually it's just who you are. And you don't have to adjust to try to fit in or to keep up an appearance for them. It doesn't, who cares? Who cares what they think or what they want? You know, you just need to do what's natural to you. So, if you know you have a unique presence, just know that you have to move with awareness. Um, Not all attention is safe, or, you know, not all interest or curiosity is supportive or genuine. So, definitely be selective. You know, not everyone needs to know you deeply. Let people show you their intentions before you let them, you know, just be observant. Don't over explain and just stay grounded. Basically, at the end of the day, uniqueness is power. It's a very specific type of power, but you know, it comes with visibility and presence and influence. So, you know, you just gotta use it intentionally. Resonated with you, you probably experienced it firsthand. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.